good morning. Happy Thursday. It's Leza live on the news 103.5 FM, KYCA. And that last show is a tough hour to follow. Ken Bennett, he's so good on the radio. I enjoyed that so much. And I know you all did as well. He called us the true professionals, though. Was he being facetious? Sarcastic, perhaps?
I don't think so. Ken is a very nice guy.
Very, very nice guy. You think he meant it then, huh?
Yeah, but we all know better. Ken is the true professional.
Yes.
You know, I'm not ashamed to say that I voted for him.
I voted for him, too.
Many times.
Yep.
You know, I feel our state is missing out not having Ken in office, but that's my opinion.
That was so nicely and well said. Thank you. And I
Yeah.
agree.
He's a good guy.
Wholeheartedly.
Known him for years.
And look who's back from assignment. Drew.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
Are you?
We sure missed you yesterday.
I didn't.
It's just not the same without you, Drew.
Well, thank you.
You're
for that.
welcome, and it's true. It's true. You didn't miss him?
No, I saw him yesterday.
Oh.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Okay. Well.
Late afternoon.
Well, lucky you.
That's why I feel.
I mean, I offered to take him around on the back of the bike, but he's like, no.
Yeah,
I need air conditioning.
I know what he would respond to that comment, and I can't say it on the radio.
Right.
Thank you very
You're
much
welcome.
for having my back on that one. And since you're close, you might as well hit him for me, too.
Smack.
Oh, come on.
I can't reach him either.
Oh.
He's close, but not close enough. Hey, we're going to be really close, though, coming up.
Oh, no. Are you going to announce it?
I'm going to announce it.
First time ever.
It's huge news. Matt and I will be broadcasting the Frontier Days Rodeo Parade right here on KYCA.
Wonderful.
We'll also be, it's the official stream for the city of Prescott, so this is big time.
Yeah.
You get to do everything.
Are you up for it, Matt?
No. Not at all.
I told Matt I will do the reporting and he can be the color commentary, just like the show.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, but I don't think we can have any negativity during the parade.
Oh,
I mean, I don't want you to point out things that nobody needs to see.
I'm just going to talk about, horse poop the whole time.
The whole time?
Yep.
Okay, well, there's a lot of that during the parade.
Consistency, color, we're going to rate it.
Oh, man. Jason right now is saying this wasn't a good idea. I begged him. I had to beg him. Please let Matt do the parade with me.
How much did you pay him?
I can't tell you that.
You know what I was thinking would be fun?
What?
Is if we get a recording of Drew just saying over and over and over
Yeah,
about,
he does.
Man, it's hot out here. And we'll just every now and then we'll just throw to Drew. Drew,
Man,
what's the
it's
weather?
hot out here.
See? There you go. Perfect.
Maybe we can talk Drew into doing it with us, and he can do a weather report every 10 minutes during the parade.
That's what I'm thinking.
Open your eyes, folks.
Oh, my gosh. Well, speaking of hot, I heard this morning that the Valley on Father's Day is going to be 113 degrees. I mean, even being on the lake won't be comfortable.
Well, they did put out, Maricopa County did put out a high temp warning.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that comes after, you got to be above 110 to have that.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I did talk to my sister who's in Casa Grande. And it was 109.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be 114, she said.
Wow. Amazing.
After 100, it's
No,
all
that is
hot.
not true.
No, it is not true, Drew.
After 110,
All
it
right,
is
after
unbearable.
110, it's all hot.
I lived down there when it was 122. When I was in college, there was nowhere to hide. I mean, you couldn't sit in a pool and it'd be comfortable. You couldn't be in a house because the air conditioning wasn't functioning properly. It was all the bugs, all the ants came indoors to get away from 122 degrees at night.
Yeah. Wasn't that amazing? I was here during that thing. I sold the machine to a guy.
Yeah.
And it was so hot, they were putting the equipment up on the roof, and the guy said, "That's it. No, we're done."
Yeah.
And they just got in their trucks and left.
I
It's
bet.
Too hot. That's
I
it.
bet. I believe that.
You know?
What's our weather gonna
What's
look
our
like
weather?
for the next
Got
couple
a
days?
window? Open it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. Okay.
There we go.
There we
Drew's
go. We're
lying.
back. All right. Today it's going to be mostly sunny. We're going to have some light winds coming out of the, southeast again at about 15 to 25 miles an hour in the later afternoon. High today will be 90, and that's out at the airport.
Okay.
Our low will be 57, so we're creeping up to that 60 mark, which is going to be really good. And then tonight, mostly clear. The winds are going to pick up. So we'll have a little bit more wind tonight.
Okay.
And then, like I said, a low of 57. Then for tomorrow, 95.
95.
Yeah. And then 96, and then 97 after that.
Really? We're creeping
So,
up to
yeah,
100
but
degrees
no-
already?
No moisture at all.
No. Okay.
Don't even think about it. Don't ask. It's not
Right.
going to happen.
Okay. All right.
But
Well, there
if you're
you go.
golfing, it'll be hot, but you should be, it should be nobody out on the course if you're golfing.
Right? Well, I have to say, I was very ambitious yesterday. Not only did I do 2 radio shows, exhausting, an
I don't
hour,
know how you do it.
an hour of Pilates, and then I played golf last night. I was
Man.
exhausted. And it was just gorgeous on the course last night.
Was that your team, that your group where you
Yeah,
played?
Spark Golf.
How'd
Spark
you
Golf.
do?
Well, Scott and I tied for first.
All right.
Scott individually tied for second. I tied for 8th. I did not have but by the time I was playing golf, I was spent. I mean, that's a long day for Leza. But yeah, so we're still up there. We tied with a very good team.
When it's that hot, do you wear your your sandal?
Oh, my
runs?
golf
Your golf
flip-flops.
flip-flops. There you go.
You know, I didn't, but I will if I play on Friday and it's like in the mid-90s. I will wear my golf flip-flops. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I have
All
those.
right. We want pictures.
Of my
But-
golf flip-flops.
Well, we had a discussion about this. Remember, you golf not as well with the
I
golf
know it
flip-flops.
doesn't hold you as secure. You do have a little bit of movement, but it doesn't matter.
But-
I mean, you're nice and cool
Yeah,
down there.
you're cool.
It's
I
about
think
the
that has a
fashion.
more factor.
The fashion's good.
It's
no,
about
these,
the fashion.
These
it's
are
not
cute.
about
Yeah,
the
these,
comfort or the scoring. It's the fashion.
Well, actually, it's for the coolness.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't look bad either. They're cute. They're cute little flip flops. Yeah. So anyway, I did not wear them, but I plan on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan on it. How was your day yesterday? And how was your day yesterday? Did you do the Taco Tuesday on Tuesday, or did you do whatever Wednesday last night? We all need to know. It's Thursday.
We're
Okay.
hungry.
Well, we were going to do Taco Tuesday, but it was Tom's birthday, and we ended up going to Park Plaza Deli.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
He wanted to get
That's right.
his thing,
Right.
and we ended up having 12 of us,
Nice.
and it was a great time. And they brought out, his dessert, and everybody had a good time. It
Yeah.
was wonderful.
That's great.
Absolutely killer French dip and the Reuben were the
Nice.
2 hits on the
Two
table.
hits.
So
Fabulous.
very good. We had a nice time.
Good.
And then yesterday was just a lot of getting things arranged
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
I understand. What about you? What's going on in your world?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
Mhm.
Did you do a happy dance all day yesterday, knowing that you're going to do the parade? Broadcast
Oh,
the parade
yes.
with me.
All
We're
day.
not going to be in the parade. We were in the parade together at Christmas time. Drew was there too, and Johnny
Johnny Wet Metal.
Wet Metal.
Yeah. Johnny Rust Metal.
Johnny
Yeah.
Rusty Metal.
Rust Metal.
I like Johnny Rusty Metal better
No
because
way.
really, Wet Metal is not rust. It eventually becomes rust,
Right.
but
That's why it's funny.
kind of.
He's eventually going to become Russ too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm disappointed. I mean, I wanted to be in the parade again on the motorcycles, but
is
someone
gonna be
can't
better.
ride their motorcycle yet.
Well, I have to take I have to take the motorcycle in first of all. We have not gotten that far. It is still in the garage and it won't start. It needs a new carburetor, I hear. I'm not quite sure why or how it's going to get done.
Drew has several. You
I
could
know,
just borrow
but
one.
Drew does not work on my
No.
dirt
I'm
bike.
saying you could borrow one of his.
borrow his bike.
Yeah. I mean, I can see you riding a Ducati.
Drew is
Oh, there you
shaking
go.
his head. Yeah, we were going to do the Radio Riders Motorcycle Club. We're going to get our leather jackets with the patch on the back. Maybe we can do it for the Christmas parade.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Well,
Radio Riders.
Radio
Vroom.
Riders.
Yeah.
Not Wild Hogs Part 3.
No.
Oh, no.
I ain't no
Oh, no.
hog. Speak for yourself.
Oh.
All right. So, it is Thursday. I'm so excited. I can't believe it's already Thursday.
Thank goodness.
I mean, it's almost, half of June is almost over. I mean, if you look at it that way, I mean, half full, half empty. I don't know. But can you believe it is the 12th of June already?
No.
I mean,
Do I have to?
you don't seem like you can't believe it.
It's this. Time is just fleeting. It's
It
gone
is.
away, and I try not to think about it because
Okay.
it just makes me
It
sad.
just depresses you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today, June 12th, is Little League Girls Baseball Day, celebrating Little League Girls Baseball and encouraging more to join the sport. It's also the start of Little League Baseball Week, celebrated since 1959. My girls did not play baseball. They played softball. And they played t-ball.
Yep.
Yeah. It's National Jerky Day. When else is it totally acceptable to put meat in your pocket. Yeah, jerky,
There's rules to that?
There's no rules, but it's not acceptable to put a steak in your pocket.
I go with lunch meat.
Really, you do?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. When he turns his mic off, boy, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Well, I think it's because he has it cranked up really high
Yeah.
or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Americans spend more than $1 billion a year on beef jerky. I'm a fan of the
a lot
beef
of jerky.
It's a little protein-packed piece of snack for you. It's National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Now we're talking. Who doesn't love a peanut butter cookie? Did you know the original peanut butter cookie recipe came from famed American farmer and pea nut George Washington Carver back in 1916?
Well, he's the one that came up with peanut butter, right? So
Yeah, that
kind of makes sense.
kind of
that
makes
he'd
sense.
Make a cookie too.
Kind of makes sense. Okay, it's also Game 4 for the Stanley Cup Final tonight, and it's going to be a good one after the last one. I mean, it was a fight fest on Monday. Did they play on Monday? Yeah, Monday. So, yeah,
I'm
Game
not
4
watching.
tonight. You're not watching? Oh,
No.
So exciting, so exciting. So, Brian Wilson passed away yesterday during our show.
Yeah.
I got off the air and I was like, oh, very sad. And, I just saw him. He was on American Idol because his granddaughter tried out to compete. And he was there with his daughters, Carney and the other one.
And the other one.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. From the Wilson Phillips band. Remember? Wendy.
Yeah.
Carney and Wendy. And his granddaughter. And apparently he's been fighting dementia. He's only 82 years old. So sad.
But
Too
that's
young.
82 years old of Beach Boy life.
Well, that's true. He had a good life.
Come on now.
Right? Yeah. Here's some interesting facts about Brian Wilson. He used to stuff sand in his piano so it would feel like he was playing at the beach. You'd think that'd ruin a piano. Maybe in
Yeah,
a bag.
I'm sure it did.
He heard melodies and weird everyday things like vacuum cleaners. By the time he was 24, he'd written more than 24 top 40 hits. That's amazing. And like I said, his daughters, Carney and Wendy, followed in the family's musical footsteps. They are 2/3 of the band Wilson Phillips. Brian Wilson passed away, 82.
So what's your favorite Beach Boy song? I got to ask you that.
I think it's Surfin' USA. What's yours?
I have a lot, but I would say the Thunderbird. Fun, fun, fun till Daddy
Oh,
takes the
that's a
T-Bird
good
away.
one. That's a good one. Yes. Oh,
Uh-oh.
look, we have a special
Surprise
guest.
guest.
Yes.
Special guest joining us this morning on Leza Live. It's Jason Zinzaletta. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're good, boss man. How's it going?
All right. I noticed you were just talking about the Beach Boys.
Yes.
Wasn't that sad?
Very sad.
Brian was one of the greatest music influences of the last
Absolutely.
60 years.
Yes.
Well, I came in to tell you mine is Warmth of the Sun.
Uh-huh.
That's my favorite
Can
Beach
you
Boys
sing
song.
it for us, Jason?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
I just wanted to come in and say that in case anybody out there didn't know, because all of Prescott should know,
Yes.
every Saturday morning on 93.5 FM, we have Prescott's Jukebox.
Yes.
We've been doing this since the beginning of May.
So fun.
50s and early 60s stuff, and that includes early Beach Boys. Well, this Saturday is going to be a tribute to Brian Wilson.
I love it.
We're going to be having all sorts of Beach Boys songs, Brian Wilson songs, and I'm going to break out of the era just a little bit because he influenced so much over 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there we are, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Get out there, put the top down, drive around, cruise, and enjoy the jukebox.
I love it. That's such a great program.
It is.
Great programming idea.
All right, so there we are for Saturday. Brian Wilson tribute. If you love the Beach Boys, you're going to be listening Saturday morning to 93.5 FM.
Back-to-back Beach Boys for 2 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours.
And we're gonna mix in some Brian Wilson's later stuff.
Okay.
He even recorded a album late in life of piano music.
Oh.
Everything just piano.
Fabulous.
Just him playing the piano.
Yeah.
Wonderful album, by the way.
Awesome.
And just sounds like somebody set up a tape recorder and he just played. And it was great.
That is going to be a lot of fun.
It is. Well,
Get out your classic car
Yep.
and cruise around listening to 93.5.
yeah, Saturday morning, 6 to 9. Well, somebody online made a great comment.
Okay.
100 years from now,
Yeah.
no one will remember Katy Perry, Britney Spears, or any number of boy bands out there, but they'll still be playing the Beach Boys.
Absolutely. It is timeless music, and it's feel-good music as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there we are, Saturday morning, 6 to 9, the jukebox.
Look at you.
There we go.
I mean, I love how he has a programming note and he just appears.
Yeah, he didn't even come through a door.
I
nothing,
know.
Just
He just
magic.
there he is.
There I
Thank
am.
you.
Okay, and
We-
now I disappear.
Do you think that you could join us every morning on Leza Live?
I'd like to, but no.
No. Okay.
This is
Smarter
your
than
show.
that.
This is your show. It's fun.
That's true. It's my show.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Jason.
All right.
So great to hear all that great information about 93.5. If you guys haven't checked out that radio station, it is so much fun. You will know every song and every word to every song they play on that station. And it's our sister station.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you listen to it. You rock out to it every once in a while.
Quite a bit, actually, especially in the Jeep when the phone connection is not working.
Yes.
Because, there's no local radio stations that play my kind of music, so.
Yeah, death metal.
Not death metal, just metal.
Is there a difference, really?
Yeah,
I don't know if I would be able to tell
I think you would.
with my untrained ear.
Yeah, death
Okay.
metal is the screamy stuff.
Okay.
Metal is not screamy.
Okay. I have a question. Once Drew gets done talking to the boss man, I need to know. I've got 3 headlines that I want to see which one you guys want to learn more about before we move on.
Okay.
Okay? Well, Drew's not listening, so you're going to have to decide.
Oh, the pressure. I can't handle it.
5 ways to avoid office chair butt. 5 ways, okay? Or in the ranking of fast food fries, guess who came in second to last? Or the third story option is there's a list of the dogs most likely to get diarrhea, finally. Which story would you like to hear more about?
As much as I want to hear about the diarrhea, I'm thinking we'll save that one for tomorrow. Let's
Okay.
do French fries.
French fries. You don't want to save that for tomorrow, huh?
No.
Who do you think is at the bottom of the list?
The very bottom?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
McDonald's comes in second to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
I'm
McDonald's
surprised.
fries.
I like McDonald's fries.
I don't.
There's only 2 things I like at McDonald's.
And
their
it's the
fries
fries?
and their apple pie.
Okay, yeah.
Not even their ice cream, Drew?
No.
No.
I think their ice cream's pretty good.
I used to like the Egg McMuffin when they had the Egg White Delight, and it was egg whites, and it was like lean ham. And they got rid of it. No more. No longer.
So who has the best fries now?
The best fries, you're gonna want to debate this.
Okay.
In-N-Out.
Yeah, I like it in out.
No, I don't like In-N-Out's part.
Only if you eat them immediately after you get them.
They're
You
either
can't let 'em
soggy
sit.
or too burnt, or too crispy. I can't get behind this.
Like I've said, that's only our in and out.
Oh,
I've only
really?
experienced that here.
Yeah, I would agree with Matt on that
Okay.
because every time I go there, I have to ask him for the fries to be crisp. Because
Yeah.
if not, they're a little soggy.
Yeah.
But
And when you get them crisp, then they're burnt. There's
I
no
like that. I haven't had burnt, but I've had crisp.
well, crisp.
Hell, I go to the In and Out sometimes down in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I've definitely been to some in California because you have to. When you're in California, you have to go to the In and Out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Always on point.
All
The
right.
only
well,
one I've ever been to
I
where
won't
the
give up
fries
on
are
'em. Questionable.
gamble. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but a gamble
Okay,
is
good.
always ours.
Yeah. The worst fries, according to this survey, KFC. Who's going to get fries at KFC? I'm not.
No, I get potato wedges if I'm getting
Yeah,
those.
or you get some coleslaw with your chicken.
No.
Yes,
coleslaw.
yes.
Doing
No.
great, Scott, and yourself.
Oh, look, Drew's talking to his
Drew's
friends.
talking to his friends.
Turn your mic off, Drew. We can
Okay.
hear you. Behind In-N-Out, Shake Shack is second. Never had it.
Never been to Shake Shack. Yeah.
Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. Never had it.
They're good.
Bojangles. Chick-fil-A is number 5. They have the
No.
waffle cut.
Waffle fries are fantastic,
They
but I
are
don't know if they're
good.
fries.
I don't think so either. Oh, we have Scott on the line. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good. It's Scott Dandos, my Scott.
Mr. Dandis.
Yes. What's happening?
AKA French fry professional.
He really is.
Oh,
He's an
yeah?
expert.
You know who has really good fries is Culver's.
Oh.
Yes, that's true.
Do they have a
If you haven't-
drive-through?
If you haven't tried
Yeah.
lately, you need to do a quick drive-through and check out their fries.
I've never had Culver fries. When did you have Culver fries without me?
I'm taking the fifth on that one.
He's got to work, Sometimes he needs a quick snack when
right?
he's driving
At
through.
Culver's?
Yeah.
Proper nourishment.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. Culver's isn't even in the top 10. But a lot of Arby's is number 8.
Well,
and
really,
everybody else we don't have.
number
yeah.
8 is Arby's with their curly fries.
Yeah.
I would think it would be higher than that.
Ooh,
Those
I
things
like
are delicious.
I like their curly fries. Now that you
But-
mention it.
But yeah, no, Culver's has the crinkle cut fries.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us know, and bring some home sometime, will ya?
I'll try.
Thanks for calling, Scott. Bye.
Bye, Scott.
All right, we got to move on because we have guests this morning. We have Bob and Audra Edmondson from AC Medic Heating and Air.
Big time guest.
I am so excited that they're here. The air conditioning is just you got to Drew.
Drew is just having a rough go today. We hear stuff banging around.
Oh my goodness. So what? Yeah, thank you. We're glad you're back, like I said. So if you have questions about your heating and air, Bob's the guy.
Or Jeeps.
Yeah. Oh, does he?
Bob rolled up the same time I did, and we were talking about Jeeps. He has a Jeep, TJ, just like mine.
Fantastic. Well, whatever Bob wants to talk about, we're going to talk about coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. And I always say, the weather here is unpredictable. It's going to be hot. And if your AC is not working like it should be, I mean, you got to give Bob and the team at AC Medic Heating and Air a call. They are your trusted first responder for comfort, and they're locally owned and operated. We're going to learn more coming up here the rest of the hour, but one thing I do want to mention is that they offer 10% off to all seniors, veterans, and first responders for repairs. I mean, that's great. This is a number you need in your phone. You need this 928-848-6224. Again, that's 928-848-6224. Welcome back. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. And we opened a can of worms. When you talk about French fries, you're going to have to answer some phone calls. We have Debbie on the line. Debbie, good morning.
Leza and crew, it's not about French fries. I know you do movie reviews. And yesterday afternoon, Jimmy and I went over to see The Last Rodeo.
How was that?
And if you're into bulls and bull riding, a lot of action, heartwarming. It's a family film. It is outstanding if you're in the rodeo mood. And I just needed to give a shout out. Here we are into rodeo season, and take your French fries. I don't know what else to tell you, but
I love it.
It was a great movie.
I love that. Are you going to see that movie and review it for us?
It's been out for several weeks,
Okay.
so no. But tomorrow, actually tonight, I am going to go watch The Life of Chuck, which is a very much being praised as a feel-good, one of the best movies Stephen King has ever written. So we'll see how that goes. That's tonight.
And he'll review.
We were the only ones there. We had the whole theater to ourselves, and it was. I left with a tear in my eye. It is well done, and the action of those bulls. it was a thriller in that aspect. So,
Debbie, you need to be a movie reviewer on a
there
radio
you
station.
go. I love
Yeah.
it. You guys have a good day. Stay
Thanks
cool.
for calling.
Debbie.
You too,
Thanks, Fred.
Debbie. Well,
Okay.
stay
Bye.
cool, she said, and that's what everybody's going to be telling each other during this this heat wave. And what better person to talk to about staying cool than Bob Edmondson from AC Medic Heating and Air. Good morning.
Good morning, Leza.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice and cool in here, isn't it?
It's very nice in here. You guys have good air conditioning.
Well, you know what's funny is that this is like the first time we've been able to use it in 2 years. So we're reveling in it, aren't we, Matt?
I am.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's fantastic. We should have called you a long time ago, is
Right.
what I'm thinking. But you and your lovely wife, Audra, own AC Medic Heating and Air here in Prescott. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company and how you got involved in AC and heating?
Oh, boy, that's a long story. I've been doing this business since I was about 17. And, AC Medic was started about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And we've been in this community just fixing people's air conditioners and furnaces and all that stuff for a while. We've grown the business, developed a pretty good reputation, and we're just out there to do a good job for people.
Yeah, you're trying to keep us cool.
Yeah, it's
I
hot.
mean, yeah, when it gets hot, you need this number in your phone. I tell everybody, you need a guy.
I know.
And Bob's the guy.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he has the time for us because I imagine right now you're super busy.
We are super busy at the moment. If it's going to break, it's going to break today or this week. I mean, so people get them checked up.
Yes,
you know.
yes. Isn't that, are we going to walk away with that one tip? You got to maintain those systems. You need to get them checked every year to make sure you don't have an emergency.
Getting them checked is the best way to prevent a breakdown. Of course, it never prevents all of them.
Right.
But it's a machine. They're
Yeah.
subject to breakage. But preventive maintenance.
Right.
You got to have them checked and inspected. We can usually find something before it goes out.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is absolutely great. So you've been here in the area for how long in Prescott?
I've been in here in the area for about 25 years.
Right.
Have worked for other companies,
Mm-hmm.
decided to go out on my own about a decade ago, brought my family involved. My beautiful wife and my wonderful kids, Brittany and Rachel, in the office are just awesome. Our customers really love them. They do a really good job.
I love
Keep
it.
them informed, keep them in the loop, you know.
Right.
Um,
When you say family owned and operated, you mean it. You mean the kids are in the office.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
they tell me what to do. This is their baby now.
Right.
They tell Dad where to go and what to do all the time, and
Yeah.
I just try to stick to their schedule.
I love it. That is fantastic. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to know about the name. How did you come up with AC Medic Heating and Air?
Oh, you
All
got
right?
it. Okay.
All right, talking with Bob Edmondson this morning here on Leza Live. Now, here's another number you need. It's the number for H2O Health, Water, and Health Solutions up in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. I just had installed in my house the whole home water filtration system, and it really is one of the best things that I have done aside of having air conditioning in my house. Having filtered water come out of every faucet has really been a life changer. The water is clean, it feels good, it tastes good. We're drinking more water, which means we're healthier, and our water has been reduced of all sorts of gross stuff like herbicides, arsenic, radium, uranium. I'm talking bacteria. You don't want to be drinking every day, and if you want to have your water tested, take it on up to see the team at H2O Health, Water, and Health Solutions in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. They'll show you what you're drinking every day and what you could be drinking. All right, again, the number is 928-899-7504. You can schedule a free consultation. Again, 928-899-7504. And don't forget to tell them Leza sent you. Welcome back. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Our guest today, Bob Edmondson from AC Medic Heating and Air. I mean, how apropos that we're talking to an air conditioning guy on this, which might be the hottest day we've had so far.
Middle of a heat wave, perfect timing.
Yes, yes. Question about your name. How did you come up with AC Medic?
Oh, boy. So when I was first developing the company, I was kind of moved to a retirement company, in the late 90s. And I was kind of playing it off of the medical theory, of emergency services and stuff like that in our community is pretty rampant. So I somehow thought of AC Medic and, checked with the Contractors Association. Nobody else had it. And so I'm like, I'm going to do that.
It's perfect because when your heating goes out, when it's cold outside, or when your air conditioning doesn't work when it's hot outside, it is an emergency.
Yeah.
We don't like to be uncomfortable.
100%.
Yeah.
And, so many times I've been in somebody's driveway with my van and
Yeah.
had the neighbor run across the street like, what's wrong with Mrs. Jones? I'm like, nothing. It's her air conditioner. We're
Right.
fine because the vans all, they kind of have the medical look to them too.
Yeah, very cute. I like the name a lot, and it's perfect because, like I said, it can be an emergency, definitely. So tell me, how long does an average air conditioning heating system last in your home?
I mean, that does depend some upon routine maintenance and the way you take care of it and the way you use it. But on the average, I'd say up to 20 years. Most of them. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And when there is an issue, will it tell you it's gonna kaput when it's going to, or will there be issues in?
So you can watch for like performance changes in it.
Yeah.
I mean, your home, and if you feel like it's not removing moisture or getting as cold as it used to, you probably need to get it checked up.
Okay.
So you want to watch for those things.
And that's where that annual maintenance checkup comes in. What does that look like for a homeowner? What do you do?
So we go out there, we inspect the air conditioner. A lot of the times, if you're on the service plan, we wash the coils of it. That keeps the performance up.
Mm-hmm.
We change the filters for them. That's the most important thing you can do. Keep a good, clean air filter.
Mm-hmm. And those are the filters that we can change ourselves, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how often are we supposed to be changing those?
I would inspect them every month. Okay. And most of them don't need to be replaced every single month, but at the minimum every 3 months.
Yeah. And what determines? I mean, can you tell? I'm talking like I don't know because I don't.
Okay.
I'm not the one that changes them at my house.
Sometimes it's color change. If the filter is white and you're looking at it and it looks dirty, you get it replaced. Noise. If the where the filter is at is getting noisier, that means that it's plugged and the air is really trying to suck through it. So you want to watch for noise and things like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. We talked about the single most important maintenance, and that is changing those filters.
Yes.
And also the maintenance. What else can you give us as far as advice to keep our AC and heating running?
Start it early on these hot days. Don't wait until it's 85 degrees in the house and then expect it to work fast.
Okay.
These machines, they're meant to maintain the temperature, so they don't remove a lot of heat super fast. And everybody's home is a little different on that type of a thing. But I would say start early. Let it run. Don't wait until it's already hot. It takes longer. Your bills are higher. You're working it harder. So take care of that air conditioner. Turn it on first thing in the morning.
Right. That is a great tip.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that keep it off until, like you said, till they're hot. And it's like you're not going to cool down. And also the tax that it puts on that unit, you can only imagine.
I've tried teaching that, turn it on early to my mom for my whole life. And she, wait until it's 85 in the house. And then she wonders why it runs until 10 o'clock at night to catch up.
Yes, and it never turns off.
It never turns off. It's on the whole time. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, Mom, turn it on.
What about all of these digital thermostats that we all have now? I have a Nest. I also have a Train, one. Is that, you can program those to turn on. And is this a good idea?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to remember to turn it on early. You turn, if you're going to shut it down for the evening or the night, in the morning it'll start all by itself. If you program it, smart thermostats are really, really handy.
Yeah.
And you get the convenience of using your phone.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm thinking I need to turn it down because I turned it up while I was getting ready this morning.
Yeah.
So wonderful. What is a good temperature to keep our homes at? I know everybody's different. I'm
Yeah.
a middle-aged woman. I like it cold.
I can't help you with that.
You can't give us
No.
a suggestion.
No, because it's never the right for the
Yeah.
husband and the wife. But I
Right.
would say an economical set point is going to be 78 degrees.
78.
78, and a lot of people go, "Wow, that's
Yeah,
too hot."
That
So,
seems warm. Is that what
yeah.
yours is? Is that what yours is at?
No.
What's yours at?
What, 75?
75. Oh, that's still
75.
good. That's still
Yeah.
good. Okay. Well, and where we live here up in, the Pines, we can open our windows at night, let the cool air in, shut it in, and then we're only running our air conditioner throughout the day, which is lovely.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we live here.
Right.
You know, we want those cool evening temperatures in our house. Again, I would say once we start getting rains and the moisture, close up early in the morning and start that thing early because it's going to be in a recovery cycle. It's going to take a few hours to catch up and remove that moisture in the air.
Okay, lots of good advice this
Yeah.
morning from Bob Edmonton from AC Medic Heating and Air. If you guys have a question, would you mind answering some questions from callers?
I'm yours until you tell me to leave.
Fabulous. 928-541-1016 is our number. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, more here on Leza Live. So, ladies, you are used to taking care of yourself, but you need to remember, taking care of others, but you need to remember to take care of yourself, and I highly recommend Prescott Women's Clinic. When you're there, you're not treated like just another patient. They treat you like family, and whatever it is that you need, routine wellness visits, pregnancy, beyond, their team is here to support you every step of the way. Give them a call. They've been here for 4 decades, over 4 decades now. I had both my babies with Prescott Women's Clinic a couple of decades ago. They're not going anywhere. They're here to take care of you. 928-778-4300 is their number. You can learn more online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back. Welcome back. Can you hear me? Welcome back. There I am. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA, talking about how to keep cool during this heat wave with Bob Edmondson from AC Medic Heating and Air this morning. And you guys offer a really cool thing to our seniors, veterans, and first responders in our area. Can you share what that is?
Well, you know, first responders is part of our business too. We're the first ones there to fix your air conditioner, so we always offer them a minimum of 10% off. Usually it's more than that. My guys, my office, my gals, we love our community. We want to be there to service them and help them. So seniors, veterans, we love you guys. We take care of them, and we're just appreciative of them.
That is awesome. I
Yeah.
love that about you guys. So I've got some myths, maybe mistakes we're making. Tell me, does closing vents in rooms you're not using make it colder in the rooms that you are using?
I mean, that is a myth. I don't like doing that because you're putting back pressure on the system. You can force it to freeze up, so I would say, and also like if you're not conditioning that room next door, that room's going to get hot and it's going to add more load to the other rooms on the sides of it. So you need to be careful with that kind of a thing.
Okay.
I would say let them flow.
Right,
Let 'em
right.
flow.
Well, how about just closing them a little bit?
I mean, that's okay.
But
yeah.
leave
That's
'em open.
Air balancing is okay in the proper manner, but you got to be
Right.
careful not to restrict it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I'll go and open mine in the rooms I'm not using at my house. Can you give us 3 low-cost upgrades that we can do this weekend to boost comfort or air quality in our homes?
I mean, I would say a lot of the times people are using a filter that's too restrictive. And again, that's the same thing as like closing off too many vents.
Okay.
It's going to slow the machine down, make it work a little harder. Air filters are really only there to protect your coils and your blower motors and wheels. If you're using a real restrictive 3M type, not to bash them or anything,
Right.
they make a great filter.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using too many of those or too restrictive, you're going to slow the air down. Your bills are going to be more. The unit's going to work harder. So put a less expensive filter in there, something that's going to let the air move. Those filters surprisingly really do a good job of protecting the machines.
Okay.
Okay?
Interesting. So the
Yeah.
filters aren't there to filter out the air coming out. They're there to protect the machine.
Correct.
I just
Correct.
learned something.
And
Did
most
you know
people
that?
think it's there to clean their house.
That's
you
what
know?
I thought it was for. I thought
Yeah.
it was to reduce the dust. Did you
No.
know that?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
And I have,
Drew knew that
allergies and
too.
stuff, but
Yeah.
I always get the cheapest filters possible
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you want it to breathe.
Yeah.
Just like
It makes
a person.
perfect sense.
You don't want to cover up, your lungs and your
Right.
face. So
Well, and
yeah.
if you ever
Yeah.
notice, like when you throw that cheap filter in the trash can, just a big giant puff of stuff comes out of it. So
Right, 'cause
don't
it's
breathe
doing
that.
yeah,
But it's
doing
working.
its job.
doing its job. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
Washing the coils. Some homeowners are unaware that they can get their garden hose and go out and just rinse the coils off on the air conditioner. Carefully, of course. You don't want to spray it in the electrical components and all that stuff. But just a soft water spray through the coils. You'd be surprised at the amount of dust we can gather.
Okay.
Well, those coils act like a filter. So if you just rinse that dust out of there, it'll keep the machine performing at top peak.
I love it.
Yeah.
How often do you think?
I do that a couple times a summer, 2-3 times a summer. Won't hurt in between our regular visits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
That's 2. You have another tip?
Well, for cleaning the air in the house, air purifiers, stuff like that, electronics are usually better because they don't create the pressure drops.
Okay.
So you can talk to our guys about that. They'll share some indoor air quality tips with you about air purifiers, air sanitizers, things that remove the particulates, things that can kill germs and bacteria. There's a plethora of stuff that won't cause those pressure drops, but will help clean the air.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Very good. We have to take one more break.
'Kay.
And when we come back, let's talk about the heating
Okay.
because we've really focused on air conditioning.
Yes.
And we're going to need that heater here, hopefully in 3 months, 4 months maybe.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
it'll be here.
Okay, we'll talk about that coming
Okay.
up here on Leza Live. Stay with us. And we're back. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA, AC Medic Heating and Airs, Bob Edmondson, my guest this morning. I have learned so much this morning about my air conditioner.
Well, good.
Yeah, and now I can thank Scott even more for taking care of it for us.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. We haven't really touched on our heaters because obviously we're not using them right now, but we will.
Right.
Anything we can be doing now to get our heaters ready for that big temperature drop when it eventually comes?
Well, so your heater is part of your air conditioning system. It's the part that moves the air in the house on most of the systems out there. So you want the same thing, checkups in the fall. We usually start those in the fall.
Okay.
Get there before it starts getting real cold. We'll test the gas. We'll test the carbon monoxide. Inspect the blower wheels, the capacitors, all that stuff. Make sure everything's safe
Right.
and ready to go for the cold winter here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
fall is when we need to give you a
Yes.
call
Yep.
and make an appointment.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, I know a lot of entities, government, whatever, offer rebates and tax credits for
Right.
air conditioning units. Can you advise people, consumers?
Yeah, so
on-
when they call us and we come out and give them a quote or something, we usually ask those questions like,
Yeah.
are you interested in the tax credits? A lot of the times you have to buy a pretty upgraded machine to qualify.
Okay.
So some people it's worth it to do it, other people it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of tax credits available, especially for heat pump systems. I think they'll pay up to $2,200 or something like that.
Nice.
For the you get a tax credit. I mean,
Right.
so it that upgrade sometimes isn't costing you.
Exactly.
So yeah, but we can advise people on those, and the same for your air conditioner. I think air conditioners, a lot of them qualify for a little bit less, but they're still those. It's free money.
Yeah,
Take it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it can be confusing. So it's nice to know that you're kind of an expert on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The requirements are specific.
Mhm.
So and each unit has to be a specific Energy Star rated unit. And
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Last question, and then we'll get to all the details on how people can
Okay.
get a hold of
Yeah.
you. What red flags signal it's time to call a professional? I mean, a lot of people do it themselves, but when is it time to call?
I would say first of all, if it's not cooling, I mean,
Well, yeah.
if your air conditioner's not cooling, a lot of the times, if you can hear something on,
Mhm.
but like no air's coming out of the vents, I mean, that's an emergency.
Yes.
And don't call us right away.
Yeah.
First, turn it off.
Okay.
If it's not working,
Turn it off.
Yeah, because sometimes running it,
Yeah.
when it's not working, is just going to make it worse. So
Sure.
turn it off. Call Brittany and Rachel in the office. They'll get somebody out there and get working on it right away.
Yeah. Will you get lots of calls today and tomorrow with
Oh
the
gosh,
heat?
Lisa.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Like I said, we don't like to be uncomfortable.
He-
I know.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been on his phone on commercial breaks the whole
Yeah.
time. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Bob's
yeah.
a busy
He's
dude.
like, how much
Right.
more time? I need to go.
I got a question.
Yes,
Even
sir.
though you said it was over, I'm going to ask him a question.
Please.
Electric or gas when it comes to heating?
If you're on natural gas, I would definitely say gas is the way to go. It depends on how you feel about the eco.
Sure.
Some
sure.
people want to be green and go all electric. I think that's a great option. Those options have improved over the years.
Okay.
The gas is hot. It blows
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Right.
Me
right.
being cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gas.
Gas
There
is
we
the
go.
way to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good question. All right. So, how do people get a hold of you? I've been telling them your phone number, and that's probably the best way. They
For
can
sure.
they get your daughters and get an appointment scheduled.
Yeah, so you can reach my kids, Brittany and Rachel, 928-848-6224. They're always they really are a blessing to me in this company. They really are. I think the customer reaction, almost every job I go to, a lot of the customers don't know they're my kids.
Yeah.
That girl in the office, Bob, she's just so great.
I love
And I'm
that.
like, oh, she makes me so proud.
Yes.
But yeah, they're really good girls. They'll get you on the schedule. Stop by and say hi to them. We're at 1050 Spire Drive, Suite L. That's
Okay.
over by kind of by the MVD
All right.
off of Commerce Drive. And, the girls like to have people stop in once in a while, say hi to the dogs. There's 2 of them there.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So
The sisters must love working together as well.
they get along really good,
Yeah.
surprisingly. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, they do.
That's fabulous.
It's great. Yeah.
Fabulous. And you also have a website.
Yeah, acmedicaz.com. So
Okay.
www.acmedicaz.com.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And we can brag a little bit. You guys have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
Yes.
You've been nominated for a prestigious Torch Award for Ethics.
Yes.
You've been a member of YCCA for a decade since you started
Yeah,
your
yeah.
business, and you have. I mean, you won Best of the Best HVAC Companies by the Daily Courier, and you are a favorite on the Nextdoor app in many communities. I mean, you guys care. You
How
care.
blessed are we?
Yeah, you care, and
Yeah.
it shows.
Yeah.
You know, you want us to be comfortable, and you're there to take care of our emergencies when we have them.
We do the best we can. We are by no means perfect, Leza, but we always try to do the right thing.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. Well, this has been lovely, and it was so nice to meet Audra. She didn't want to be on the radio, but it's lovely to see your lovely wife here with us this
Yeah.
morning, and we appreciate your sponsorship here on KYCA.
Well, we appreciate you, and I just have so much fun listening to you guys every morning.
Oh,
so
thank
it's kind
you.
of fun to be here.
That's fabulous. If you ever have any AC stories to share, please call.
Okay. All right.
You can be our AC correspondent.
Right.
We need correspondence in every.
We need correspondence for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wonderful. Again, the phone number for AC Medic, Heating and Air, your trusted first responders for comfort, 928-848-6224. Thank you for coming in.
Okay.
And I'll see you guys on 99.1 at noon. Have a great day.